Hey there everybody, it's Missy again. Thanks so much for joining me today. I'm back with a new layout for the Paige Evans design team. And this week on the blog we're focusing on leaves. And so I'm going to create a really cute leaf layout today, and I'm using the Turn the Page collection. I've got this really big leaf cut file that I got from the cut shop, and I'm going to use these two really cute older pictures of my oldest daughter while she was sorting through leaves one day, and I just thought they were really cute, and I've had these for a while, and this is the perfect collection and the perfect theme for me to scrap them. So I finally pulled those out, and what I'm going to do is use some of the papers that I've actually already cut into for a previous layout, and I'm going to back the open spots with some of these papers. And I'm also going to pull out the 6x6 paper pad. But I wanted to take advantage of using some of the 12x12s that I'd already used, because sometimes I don't want to cut into a brand new 12x12 just to cut out a little tiny piece, you know, for something like this, because I never know when I may use that paper as a background. And so I try to, you know, be mindful of that so I don't waste a big sheet of paper just for a tiny little piece. So this is nothing earth-shattering or groundbreaking here. It's just cutting little strips of paper and gluing them down. And so yeah, I'm not going to make you watch the entire process of that. This is the 6x6 paper pad from Turn the Page, and it's a little bit different than the larger papers, obviously, because the patterns are smaller, but also you're going to get some gold foiling on several of the patterns. It's really, really pretty, and the detail is just fantastic. And so the 6x6 is worth getting for the gold foil alone. And also the 12x12 paper pack has some of the rose gold foil on it as well. So I'm just going to keep backing and cutting and gluing until I get all those leaves filled in. And I'm using mostly my favorite colors. You know me, I love aqua, pink, and yellow, but I'm also going to add in this paper here. It's got some navy and some mint in it, and it's got some of the rose gold elements on it. So I got it finished. I think it looks really pretty. I love the colors that I picked, and I got this 12x12 paper. Oh, look at the shimmer on the gold, so pretty. I got this background paper from the 12x12. I can't remember the exact number on it in the single sheets, but I got it from the 12x12 paper pad, and it's a really pretty pinkish light coral color, and it goes from dark to light. You can see the color gradient there, and I'm gonna trace around the leaves and then add some gesso around it, because I want to do a little bit of mixed media work just around the edges of the leaves and kind of on the outside edges of where the photos are going to go. And my hand goes blurry every time I speed up my smudging process. I guess my hand was just going too fast to focus on, but you kind of get the idea of what I'm doing. I'm using a palette knife to just kind of smudge it down, and then using my hands to kind of fade it out and just make it a little bit hazy and smoky looking. And it looks like a big old mess. It looks like I'm just smudging down some white paint, but like I always say, when you add the paper back on top of it and start to do the painting or the smudging, it looks totally different. So you have to kind of go through this what the heck am I doing phase before you get to the oh, this looks so pretty phase, if you like mixed media. I know some people like clean layouts, and they probably think, why does she do this to every single layout? And that's okay. You know I love it. That's gold Heidi Swapp gold color shine that I'm using there, and I think it is gorgeous. I hope I never run out of this stuff, and I hope that it never goes out of stock or stops being made, because that would be earth-shattering, heartbreaking news. I think everybody would agree. So I just did some packaging and some splattering there, and I think the gold is really going to accent those really pretty colors that I've got going on. So I'm just going to keep smudging and splattering, and then I'm going to come in with some pink gelatos here just to kind of jazz up some shading around the edges of the leaves on the background here. So I'm going to work on that for a while, and while I'm doing this, I just wanted to say this. As I'm recording this, I live in Florida, and I'm currently awaiting Hurricane Irma It should be coming through here Sunday afternoon. I'm recording this Friday night. So Sunday afternoon into the middle of the night into Monday. And I'm right in the middle of the state. And so we don't really have to worry about flooding. Our main concern is the wind. And so we're still kind of in a waiting pattern, seeing if it's going to continue to shift or if it's still going to come up the center of the state. We just don't know. And so we're all kind of freaking out. We're a ball of nerves. Our home is pretty sturdy, so and it has withstood hurricanes before, but you know, it's still a scary thing. This is our first time experiencing something like this with children. And so, you know, I'm kind of nervous about that. And we are expected to lose power, and they have said it could be for days, it could be for weeks. So this may be the last video you see from me for a while. So if I'm out of pocket or you don't hear anything out of me for a while, it just means we are out of power and I cannot get online. So just wanted you to know, I'll be checking in online as much as I can and try to keep everyone posted that we are okay. So I'm going to start to work on embellishing here. These are some of the gold foil flowers that I was talking about earlier from the 6x6 paper pad. That's one of the little sheets there. You can see the shiny gold on it. And I pulled out a couple of wood veneer pieces. I'm going to use that little blue twig of leaves over there on the right. And I wanted to use that bird, but I use a different bird instead. I'm going to go through the ephemera pack. And like I said, this is all from Turn the Page. Page's brand new collection. And I picked out several things that I think might look good as layers, and I'm trying to keep the same color scheme because as you can see there's that orangey red color, and I don't have any of that color in the leaves, so I'm trying to avoid using anything with that color on it. I wanted to stick with the colors that I've got. Now there are some rose gold die cuts. I'm going to use that butterfly and then that little cluster of flowers over on the left. And I'm going to use this little chipboard piece because the yellow is a perfect match. And so when you limit yourself to a certain color scheme, then you're limited to what you can use because you don't want to put just one thing of another color on the layout. Otherwise, you'll need to add that color elsewhere. And I mean, that's not, you know, you don't have to. That's just the way that I do it. I like to have all the colors kind of scattered around the page and not just one little color over here and nowhere else. Now this is I'm going to replace that wood veneer bird with this die cut bird. It's a little bit smaller and I like that, and I added some foam to it, and I'm going to put it over there on the left so it looks like it's kind of going to fly across the page. And I'm going to add a little bit of gold thread under there just for a little bit more interest and detail and shine, because you know, who doesn't love shiny gold? I also did some stitching. I forgot to show you that, or maybe I did. I just did a straight stitch with gold thread through the middle of each of the leaves. I didn't want to stitch through every single line on the leaves because I wanted to tuck some things underneath there and be able to kind of curl them up a little bit and maybe give them some dimension. And that's gold thread over on the left. I'm going to start to glue things down. And the pictures, I stuck the leaves, the die cuts down flat, and then I'm going to raise the pictures up with some foam. I almost thought about raising up all of it, but then I thought, no, I really wanted to do some stitching, and so I just stitched the leaves right onto the background. And I love how my background turned out. The hazy pink and the gold. It's very subtle, but it just kind of makes the leaves pop off the page, the background a little bit more, and so it's not such a flat color. And that's pretty easy to do if you have gelatos. Just takes a little bit of scribbling and smudging. Now this is one of the 2x2 paper pads that come in this collection, and it's the phrases one. One of them just has patterns and the other one has cute little phrases. And this one says, "By the way, you're pretty great." And I just thought it was cute. And I'm going to cut off the edge since it was navy blue and I didn't really have a lot of navy in the layout. I'm going to tuck it in right down there, just because I thought it was cute. And then I'm going to use the other half. I've already used one half. I'm going to use the other half here of these rose gold. It's kind of like a border of flowers, and that is from the washi tape book. There are 3 sheets of different patterns and colors and shapes of washi tape. in this collection. And I'm going to use it for some detail down there at the bottom. And then this is the sticker book. It's got some clear stickers, it's got some alphas, it's got some more like cardstock type stickers, and there's a lot of little phrases. This one says embrace the moment, and I'm just gonna put it in the curve of that leaf, and they're pretty easy to kind of manipulate because they're real thin. And this one says keep smiling, and I'm gonna put that one over on this leaf. And these are just little subtle embellishments here that just add detail. I'm going to add that butterfly. That's more of like a cardstock type of sticker. And then I toyed with what to use for my title. I really wanted to use this one, but it was just kind of big and I couldn't figure out where to put it. I didn't want to muddy up the leaves. So I decided to use this Dream Chaser one, but I wanted to move it around, and so I stuck it on top of some vellum. I thought about putting it above the pictures, but it just kind of blended in with the colors in the leaves. And so I'm going to use it right over there to the left. I'm going to add some foam to that little butterfly and then add some thread underneath that. So the right side has butterflies, the left side has the bird. And I like how the clear sticker looks on the vellum. It just kind of makes it a little less clear. I don't know how to describe it. It kind of gives it a, you know, a hazy, faded look because the vellum's behind it. That's more Heidi Swapp Gold Color Shine. What am I going to show you here? Oh yeah, I fussy cut another little matching bird from the pattern paper and the 6x6 pad, and you can see the difference in the sizes there. I just felt like the mommy bird needed a baby bird following her, and so I just did that. And I like how that turned out. I think it's cute. I did add some journaling in the date and some aqua splatters with some aqua spray inks. And that's the final layout. I love how this turned out. The colors are awesome. You cannot go wrong with this collection, no matter which color scheme you pick there. It's just fantastic. It's a beautiful collection. And I think this is my 4th layout using it. And it's just, it gets prettier and prettier every time I pull it out and ooh and ah over it, and lots of possibilities to come up with. So let me know if you have any questions. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video.